नमस्ते शारदे देवी काश्मीरपुरवासिनी त्वामहं प्रार्थये नित्यं विद्यां बुद्धिं च देहि मे। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। प्रकृतिभावसन्धिः अधुना चर्च्यते। What is this Prakriti Bhava Sandhi? Now we know that Prakriti Bhava is one of the four functions of Sandhi. The four ways in which Sandhi can operate. One, the Agama, Adesha, Lopa, and then Prakriti Bhava. Prakriti Bhava means to remain in its natural state, meaning to remain without being joined. Because the words like to not be joined together and to exist in their unjoined, uncombined state is the Prakriti, is the nature, is the way things are. So to remain in that state is called Prakriti Bhava. Now there are three main cases where Prakriti Bhava happens. That is freezing the words, freezing the varnas and not operating sandhis on them. The first case is where the rkara occurs, the hraswa rkara, when it occurs as the para akshara. When it comes as the para akshara, the rkara, hraswa rkara, then Prakriti Bhava can happen under the condition that the Purvakshara is any of these swaras. A, I, u, r, when it is any of these 9 aksharas, these 9 vowels, when the Purva is any of these 9 vowels, and the Para is it begins with Rikara, then the Parinama, the result is that the Purva, whatever it be, any of these 9 aksharas, they get transformed into the Hrasva variants, A, I, U, R, L, their respective Hrasva variants. So A would change to A, I would change to I, U, U, R, R, L, that's it. If it is Hrasva, it will remain a Hrasva. So A will remain A, I, I, U, U, R, R, L, that's it. Now that is a Vikalpa. You can do so, or you can do any other sandhi if it is applicable in that situation. For example, Raja Rishihi. Raja Rishihi. Now A is the Purva, Para is R. When the Para is R, you can do the Prakriti Bhava Sandhi under case 1. So you keep it as it is with the little modification that the Purvakshara, which was A, should change now to the Hrasva variant A. So it becomes not Raja Rishi, it becomes Raja Rishihi. Raja Rishihi. Raja Rishihi. Second example is Stri Richati. Now you should be already familiar with identifying what the Purva and the Para Aksharas are and how to combine them. Now E is the Purvakshara, R is the Parakshara. When E goes along with R, what should generally happen? Yan Sandhi should happen, right? R being the Asavarna Swara of E, Yan Sandhi can happen. If you don't remember what the Yan Sandhi is, please go back to the Yan Sandhi video and check it out. Refresh your memory. So here the Yan Sandhi should have happened, but it does not by choice. You can neglect the Yan Sandhi, and if you want to keep it as it is, make a small change in the Purvakshara, change it to the Hrasva form. Instead of Stri, make it Stri, and then keep it as it is. Stri Richati, Stri Richati. Then Grishma Ritu. Here, if Prakriti Bhava were not to happen, then the Guna would have happened and become Grishmartu, the Guna. A and R will form Ar. It becomes Grishmartu. But it does not do so because the Rikara is the beginning of the second word, which is the Para. Hence, by choice, by vikalpa, you can not perform the guna sandhi and keep it as it is. The purvakshara is a. You have to change it to the hraswa variant, but it's already in the hraswa form. So you just keep it as it is. Just say Grishma and then Ritu. Combine and write Grishma Ritu. Then Bhanu Rita Satye. Bhanu Rita Satye. Again, Purva is U, Para is R. When the Para is R, do the Prakriti Bhava. Change the U to U. Change Bhanu to Bhanu. Bhanu Rita Satye. Now the second case of Prakriti Bhava is where the Pluta Aksharas occurred. Now Pluta Aksharas are quite rare and uncommon. So in the case that they appear as the Purva Akshara, if they appear in the Purva Akshara as the Plutaswara, which is represented by 3, the numeral 3 written beside a swara. And if you don't know what Pluta Aksharas are, you can just check out the Vedic accent video in the Varna Varnanam playlist. There you can get some more information on these Plutaswaras. When the Purvakshara is Pluta and the Parakshara is any swara, Kopi swara, it can be any swara, then Parinama, what is the verdict? No sandhi should happen. Na kaschana sandhi. You shouldn't perform any other sandhi. You should fight the urge to do yan, vriddhi, guna, savarna, dirgha, pararupa, purvarupa, etc. Don't do any other sandhi of the swara sandhi category. Just keep it as it is. For example, bho adehi. Bho adehi. No, this is not a dog barking or cow mooing. Bho adehi. In that case, since it is a Plutaswara, you should keep it as it is and just say Bho Adehi. That's it. You shouldn't perform the Vanta Desha Sandhi, the Ayadi Sandhi here, thinking that this is O. And when the Purvakshara is O, you should change it to Av. No, that should not be done so. Then Kuru Idani Meva. Kuru Idani Meva. It becomes just Kuru Idani Meva, because you shouldn't perform the Yan Sandhi. In the absence of the Pluta and the Prakriti Bhava, you would have done O. U plus E, you would have thought that U plus E is Yan Sandhi. So O changes to V. It becomes Kurvidani Meva. Kurvidani Meva. No, that is not so. You should just write Kuru Idani Meva. The third case of Prakriti Bhava is where there is a Pragrihya in the Purvakshara. The Purva Pada, if it is a Pragrihya, then Prakriti Bhava operates. So what is this Pragrihya? Now this is the name given to a set of words. The name Pragrihya is given to a particular set of words, which we shall define here. So those elements of that set Pragrihya are Dvivachana. All the Dvivachana padas, the Dvivachana, the dual words, which end with E, U or A. All those words whose Dvivachana, all the Dvivachana words which end with E, U or A fall under the definition of Pragrihya. And also the one particular exception, which is not an exception, an entire word called Ami, which has come from the Adas Shabda, Asau, Amu, Ami, that one. This is also put under the definition of Pragrihya. And then A and Okaranta Avyayani. The Akaranta and the Okaranta Avyayani fall under Pragrihya category. For example, and then now this is the Purvakshara. So what should be the Para? Again, any Swara, Kopi Swara. You can have any Swara in the Parakshara. Then the Parinama, what is the result? Don't do any Sandhi. Freeze it as it is in its natural state. For example, no Iha. no, iha. Now, no is a okaranta avyayam. It is an avyayam which ends with o. So it is a pragrihya. Being a pragrihya, you have to do the prakriti bhava because it is the third case under prakriti bhava. What does prakriti bhava mean? It means you have to not perform any other sandhi and fight the urge and keep it as it is. In the absence of prakriti bhava, you would have done o changes to av, so it becomes nav iha, naviha. Wrong. Since no comes under the set of pragrihya, you should do the prakriti bhava only. Then aho adhuna. Similarly, aho also is then okaranta avyayam. So it becomes aho adhuna itself. Don't do any other sandhi. Here, the purva rupa sandhi could have operated and it should have become aho dhuna. But no, it will not do so. Similarly with aha, ahaha, which is also an akaranta avyayam. If it is ahaha adhuna, don't just combine them using the savarna dirgha sandhi and write ahaha adhuna. It will be wrong. Ami anasaktaha. Ami is, see this word here, ami, it also comes under pragrihya category. So it is also a pragrihya word. Therefore, you shouldn't do any other sandhi. Just keep it as it is. Ami anasaktaha. Then dve akshini. Dve is a dvivachana form which ends with a. See here, dve, a. Therefore, it is again a pragrihya. Keep it as it is. Dve akshini. Don't do purva rupa sandhi here. Lunathe anayataha. Lunathe anayataha. Again, lunathe is the dvivachana form. Is it not? Lunati means lunite, lunate, lunate. Lunishe, lunathe, lunidhve. Lune, lunivahe, lunimahe. Now this is the table for lu dhatu in the lat lakara. So now you would have understood that lunathe is a dvivachana form. Is it not? It is a dvivachana. And it also ends with a. Therefore, you should seize it, pragrihya. You should seize the opportunity to not do any sandhi and just put it as it is. Lunathe anayataha. Guru ejete. Guru ejete. Guru again dvivachana. It is ukaranta, so it is a pragrihya. Therefore, it is prakriti bhava. Keep it as it is. Guru ejete. Don't do the end sandhi. Sthiti gati ubhayatha. Sthiti gati dvivachana. Ikaranta. Now you see here, this is ukaranta, ekaranta, but here it is ikaranta. Ikaranta also comes under pragrihya. So sthiti gati ubhayata. Sthiti gati. Don't do the end sandhi here and say sthiti gati ubhayata. Don't do that. It is a prakriti bhava. So sthiti gati ubhayata with a small pause in between. Just write it as it is. So this is what the prakriti bhava sandhi is. In the next class, we shall see what the purva rupa sandhi is. Dhanyavadaha.